Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves what should be a good one here today, as it's a bot that I don't believe I've cast before, but it's been a while. Maybe I have in the past. Anyway, I'm excited to see how it does. It's Dodo. We'll see if it's going to be extinct soon or not, as Dodo goes up against the late game Protoss bot, Sharkbot. In a PvZ, however, Sharkbot a bit of a notorious cannon container as far as blocking its opponent's bases go. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this one, make sure to go ahead, click that like button if you haven't already. If we can hit, let's just be bold and say 50 likes on this video, that would be amazing. You guys are the best at it. You always blow it out of the water. And then leave a comment down below saying more bots, more dodos, more birds, whatever it may be. And yeah, we have got a probe scout coming out of Sharkbot, as Dodo seems to be basing it real hard, saying, "Are you beach body ready?" which is an interesting statement. A little bit of probe harassment, but Dodo has a response program to that, which is one of the things you have to do when you first program a bot, is respond to something as simple as a probe attacking your workers, because if you don't program a response, all your workers will get killed by a single probe. And so the Dodo survives that first test. It's not like who was it? Charles Darwin? Was that the guy, the evolution guy, who'd just walk up and strangle dodos? Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and read the descriptions of these two bots. We'll start off with Dodo saying that it's actually got a YouTube link. I kind of want to click on that. Okay, it's for Sam Lagan, who's got a YouTube channel going, creating some StarCraft 2 shorts, it seems, and some longer StarCraft 2 videos, so maybe check that out. Just a bit of deeper bot thoughts, it seems. And then we have got naming, just explaining their naming convention, as Dodo is in the bird family with Zozo, Nini, and Roro, which are all bots programmed by Sam Lagan. They're programmed in Python. Dodo was last updated the 29th of January 2025, created the 29th of November 2022. So it's been around a while. It's still receiving some updates, and it is definitely getting aggressive here against Sharkbot. Now, Sharkbot is simply making cannons to defend, which could be good, unless Dodo elects to go for Ravagers, and Ravagers are absolute cannon killers. They're why we don't see Protoss for the past, oh gosh, how long's Legacy of the Void been out? 10 years? 10, 11 years? That's why Protoss doesn't go for Forge Fast Expands anymore. Now, I'll just read Dodo. Inspired by the soon-to-be resurrected Dodo bird, it was robust, resilient, and designed for tough challenges, but struggled with adaptability, echoing the Dodo's historic fate. Now, let's see. We have got roaches coming on in for Dodo. No Ravagers produced just yet. They're attacking this gateway, ignoring the cannons. However, they do wander too far forward into the cannons, which is not ideal. So no Ravager usage being produced by Dodo, unfortunately. The Zerg bot also does have the minerals to throw up another hatchery, as it's heavily bottlenecked by gas, but it is not doing that. So Sharkbot is just holding the line. The attack pathing of the roaches is interesting as they get near killing this gateway, and then they're like, nope, we gotta shuffle forward a little bit as time goes on, and that's exactly what they're doing. So good cannon placement by the author of Sharkbot, as once those roaches get tagged, they do go in to fight whatever's attacking them, which makes sense. So all in all, it seems like an unsuccessful rush from Dodo. And then we've got Sharkbot, programmed by SharkNice, a Protoss bot in .NET Core, created July 2020, and last updated February 22nd, 2025. And it's a chat bot that has been taught how to play StarCraft 2, which is its whole thing, with some results. Highest ranked Protoss in Season 1, doesn't say the year. And then, yeah, you can actually chat with Sharkbot if you enjoy the banter it provides. So Dodo having quite a rough time in this match as Sharkbot gets away with macro. Notably, a lot of the workers of Sharkbot were paused for a second. I guess that's just to get the speed mining established, A single roach doing its thing, just inching forward to its inevitable death as it runs into the cannons. More roaches coming on in. Maybe one of these gateways or the forge will go down, but it's going to take a lot more dead roaches. We'll see if Dodo ever throws up an expansion or not, or whether we're just going to witness roaches be fed into the maw of these cannons endlessly. As another roach rolls on up, there is Burrow, but of course Burrow's useless when there's cannons out, and when cannons are your main threat. We do eventually have a transition from Dodo, though, as it throws up a lair, interestingly enough, fires up another drone, a few more drones. So a transition after a failed rush. That's a very important part of programming the bot. Looks like some of these roaches are going to try and chase down this probe, potentially kill that off, as they do, and then they can get on the pylon. So denying a third base of Sharkbot. The forge has almost gone down, which would mean no more cannons, which could definitely be beneficial for Dodo, based on the torment that it's received. Does the forge go down before the roach dies? The answer is no. What a lucky forge. 2 more roaches coming on in. We'll see if they can finish the job or not. Looks like that one can. The cyber core going down would be a big deal, and these roaches, oh, they do actually get too close to the cannons, so they are just going to die. Another forge gets tossed down by Sharkbot. I do get a feeling that the wall placement by Sharkbot is something that's pre-programmed by the author. I'm not 100% sure, though. Dodo, meanwhile, has yet to throw up an expansion. It's got this nice lair, whatever the purpose of that may be, and just a single queen, but no more hatcheries, which is unfortunate because it has had the minerals, so I feel like Dodo would be capable of pulling off this rush while also macroing up. Like, there's nothing that would have stopped it from squeezing out the odd drone here and there due to the gas limitations. So yeah, I do wonder whether that would be something that could benefit Dodo. There's now a Void Ray out, so the roaches are doubly screwed. As, yeah, things are not looking too good. We do have this one roach doing work, attacking the pylon. Now there's a cannon building, though, so now that's the enemy. We'll see whether whether a single roach can kill a cannon before the cannon finishes. I genuinely do not know this. Let's see. Dodo unit went out gas building, which is an interesting catch, maybe for a mining mistake, but oh, it actually goes for a nidus. Now niduses can be effective if it had kept its roaches alive and had 34 roaches popping out of the nidus at once. That would be better. But it just goes to show, as a bot author, how you face this conundrum. When you're programming your bot, whether to program your bot to, say, pull the units or when to attack, it's not an easy thing to do. We do have these 2 roaches attacking this third base. We'll see whether Sharkbot pivots to defend this or not when... We'll see whether it pivots to defend that once the Nexus is done. That's when some bots do say, like, okay, this is the serious base I gotta defend, when it's actually established. These roaches are trying to get the Cybernetics core, which is researching Warp Gate. Quite a few roaches coming on in, but they do not succeed. Dodo also has yet to throw anything up that utilizes, or that will allow it to scout out this Nidus. Nothing going into the main, anything like that. And then no natural base going up for the Zergbot either. And then once the drones are done mining, they just sort of hang out, which is not necessarily ideal. These 2 roaches, they may get the Nexus, as Dodo has lost 4,400 resources to 712 for Sharkbot. Where that 12 comes from, I'm guessing a canceled pylon. Something like that. Anyway, all in all, these roaches are actually now pulling back in order to burrow and stay alive, which is cool to see, but unfortunately that one doesn't make it as it eats a cannon shot. See whether this guy does. We did actually have a Nidus go up. Where was that? Pardon my observing, as it then starts to pop out of the Nidus and go for some long-distance Nidus mining. Okay, not quite what I expected for Dodo, but this is a concept, ladies and gentlemen, that has been floated in the bot community for a while, and we're actually seeing a bot do it. Look at that, drones popping out to go for long-distance Nidus mining. Perhaps one of the coolest uses of a bot ever. As these drones, they do not have to go far to mine. This may actually, I wonder if it's actually faster mining than, just regular mining, because these drones are not traveling far at all. Everything's automated, as it's just a bot doing the work. A human can't pull this off. Looks like the forge died once again. Roaches do get too far forward, though. So Dodo's got a bit more mining in this game, but it does not have any anti-void ray yet. Sharkbot is still just doing its thing. What's it investing in? More cannons, more tech, that kind of thing. As the void ray moves forward, that roach gonna have a bad time, gonna plop itself in the ground. And there is these 2 void rays out, holding the line for now. No third base for Sharkbot, though. Looks like these roaches will have a tough time getting past the void rays, though. and they don't actually burrow, which is unfortunate. So I would like to see, like, Dodo seems to be a fairly decent bot, just limiting itself with its macro to an extent, but then kind of unlimiting itself with this Nidus mining, which is incredibly cool. This is up there on the level with, like, bunker teleporting, to have a line of bunkers to teleport your units. Having a bot Nidus mine. Dodo wins the style points regardless of whether it wins this game or not, which I'm currently saying is probably not that likely, as Sharkbot is slowly building up, now getting cannons at that third base. This one roach is going for gold, but it will not burrow to save itself. Count the roach. If we can get a like for every dead roach in this game, that would be beyond amazing, as we're up to 71 already. Eventually, Dodo will start to mine out of its main base, as it just devotes everything to this Nidus mining, which is interesting. We'll see if these two drones ever get into the Nidus or not. Yeah, I still think Dodo would definitely benefit from some more advanced expanding behavior. But then again, as a bot author, you just want to program your bot to be cool and have fun with it. It's like that roach tries to burrow unsuccessfully. Does this one unburrow on top of the stalker? Yes, it does. They may actually kill the stalker. Well done to those roaches, as the Void Rays are out of position. Phoenix finds an Overlord. That's going to die. Roaches coming on in, finding many probes to attack over them. They do eventually run into the cannons, which is not ideal, as some of these roaches are running all over the place. The Void Ray is out to help try and defend. Dodo's still long-distance mining from the Nidus. Is it long-distance mining? Is it short-distance mining? I do not know, but it's very darn cool. So, well done to the bot author for programming that. And yeah, Sharkbot's still just holding the line against this Roach Rush style. I do just say that I would like to see a bit more macro or transition from Dodo, because Dodo is in the family of Zozo. And we all know that Zozo is a bit more of an advanced, seemingly pushing Protoss bot that does at least, while it's a fairly similar concept of pushing with gateway units and that kind of thing, Dodo does actually, or Zozo, pardon me, does actually expand, which is one of the very things that I think Dodo could benefit from. We do have Oracles coming on in here, being a nuisance, killing off, or trying to kill off the Queen, as Sharkbot flexes a little bit in chat saying, warning, unauthorized Protoss tech in your airspace. And we have got the Queen actually doing work, though, going to kill off the two Oracles, defending her brood, and does a good job doing that. Dodo down on workers now, so its Roach Flood, while its Roach sort of trickle may become even less of a trickle. There's still 10 roaches out, some of them hitting this base, trying to get some workers here and there. All in all, though, I do think Sharkbot definitely has this game, but a very cool feature on the Nidus mining. As Sharkbot, it's remaking those two Oracles. It is a bot that doesn't try and end the game early on. It's a slow macro up, but at this point I'm quite convinced that Dodo will never expand, as it doesn't see a way forward into the later ages, much like the actual Dodo. Look at these drones. That's so cool. They're just in and out, mining away. Very, very awesome feature. I wonder what it's going to do once it runs out of gas. And it's actually not mining any more gas. So Dodo not replacing the workers in its gas, which is not ideal. And so it will not be making any more roaches, unless it eventually overcomes that hurdle. Oh, it does actually put a drone back into gas, which is good to see, as it rebuilds some of those drones. I guess that's a way to correct that problem. If you're a bot author, if you're prioritizing units, but then you can't make any units, make drones. That will eventually solve your gas bottleneck. Dodo's still just having roaches push forward. They've killed off the odd unit here and there, but 106 roaches have died. They're now working away on this assimilator, so that's actually going to go down. So good job, roaches, I suppose. Sharkbot taking its time to try and close this one out. It's got a whopping Void Ray count right now, currently 9 Void Rays out, versus the 1 heavyweight queen of Dodo, just slowly regaining her HP for the upcoming battle of fighting 9 Void Rays at once, presumably. Cannons doing their work, though. It's a shame Dodo doesn't make Ravagers, otherwise it probably would have killed Sharkbot here, just if there was Ravagers that just kept corrosive biling down those cannons. I don't think Sharkbot's defense would have worked. So it's one of those things, though. If you're a bot author, you want to program your bot that's got the best general behavior, and then also go for cool things like this, as the Nidus is just spewing non-stop. As these drones long distance mine, Queen working away on a Phoenix. The main base is now mined out of minerals. Eventually Dodo will run out of gas. We'll see if it's got a redundancy plan for when it runs out of gas or not. 200 gas left to go. The Void Rays are moving around, though, lurking a little bit. Dodo, 150 gas left to go. Whoa, did Sharkbot scout the Nidus? It did actually scout the Nidus, so it's going for the Nidus. Oh no, will the drones hide? Probably not. I think they're just going to keep mining, doing their thing. So the Nidus eventually dies. Dodo immediately throws up another one. That Nidus dies. Does at least wait a second before starting a new one. Although it actually might have lost its vision there, so that's why it didn't start a new one. Sharkbot building more cannons. Slow and steady wins the race, says Sharkbot. Dodo, I'm curious what it'll do once it runs out of gas, although we may not see that, as Sharkbot is now moving out with its Void Rays. Does the gas mine out before the Void Rays get here? The answer is going to be yes, at least for one of them. So that's now out, and the drones, they just go and sit there. So that is going to be it for Dodo. Ladies and gentlemen, a bit of a bland game in some senses, but we did get to see that very cool feature of Dodo. Gave us lots to think about when it comes to how you go about programming these bots, what you should focus on, that kind of thing. For example, if Dodo did make Ravagers, it very well could have won this game, but then at the same time, Sharkbot is still the more advanced bot. So there's lots of little things to consider. However, click that like button. That's something you guys should consider, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a YouTube member. That's linked in every description, and it goes a long way to supporting the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for tuning on in.